Yo, that's firing mighty close. That didn't hit the planet, did it? It looked like they shot it right at Hearth this time around. What the heck? Hold up. No, they shot it past, but it's all the way over there now. Okay, so you know what? That's a cool little thing to figure out, but I think we're gonna have to put a pause on that until we learn the rule proper, even though we kind of figured it out. All of these rules, by the way, you can kind of figure them out on your own if you just play around with the game. Like if you were jumping on it in the Twins, you might figure it out. You might learn the rule on your own. Let's take a minute. This is still just like learning what the hell's going on. Let's take a second, okay? Gravity cannon, frozen Nomai shuttle, ruptured core. This is the comet, and I still don't understand what ghost matter is, but I think it killed all the Nomai instantly. For some reason, it didn't kill the Hearthians, but as a result, they were not able to finish their project. Their project being the Ash Twin project, which is a 22-minute timer so that they can actually get information on the location of the eye. They can scan the solar system one location at a time randomly and do it infinitely. That's my assumption. What do we have here? Escape Pod 3 is located at Dark Bramble. There's still more to explore in the Sunless City, which is good to know that we need to go back there. We are slowly untangling the Tower of Quantum Knowledge, but I think, honestly, we're just going to go to the Waterworld. Eye Signal Locator. This one is on the surface of Addlerock, I believe. And the Southern Observatory, first of all, there's more to explore there. It is actually able to properly observe when it is... Oh, they were trying to learn the location of it, didn't quite work, but at least they knew where it wasn't. I don't know. How do I leave this? Q? Q. Okay, we're gonna keep exploring. Where are we going to go? We're gonna go to Waterworld. So that's like the sum of my knowledge there, basically. That's all that I've been able to kind of piece together on my own. Some of it might be wrong. Also, the satellite, the deep space satellite that the Hearthians launched, it has, I looked at it on the VOD. It's got freaking coordinates written on it. It's picking up a signal. Methinks that might be important later. I'm not going to be able to solve that yet, but I think that's going to be important. All right, Giant's Deep. There's an orbital destroyed gravity cannon. A piece of it went into the planet, and we have to find that piece because it has very important information. It is the probe. Ooh, the probe, like data center or whatever the hell it is. But I'm gonna explore the surface first, okay? It's very gravity heavy, and the planet kinda sucks. But we'll, I can already see what I'm looking for too in the distance. We're just gonna take a quick look around. The one time I was here, I didn't have my spaceship because I lost it, because it flew off 90 kilometers away, and then I drowned. But like, it's even difficult to jump. All right, don't go that way. I think this is supposed to be one of the tutorial planets, so I think we should have been here way earlier. Because at the beginning of the game, they say, hey, you should go talk to Gosan here. I did not talk to Gosan here. I went the complete opposite direction. Which is fair. This is just a big old glacier. Campfire. Trip forward number, entry, whatever, crashes 2, boring, crashes 0. Remember to see Slate when I get back. Haha, yeah, all the way down to the core. Consider yourself conquered, Giant Steep. You just got Feldsparred! That was one of my more dramatic feats, if I do say so myself. Can't believe I wasn't electrocuted. Ha! Can't wait to tell Hornfels and Gosan about this one. I guess brute force isn't always the answer. Right, so that's one more off the list. Seems all that's left is the big one now. Dark Bramble, here I come. Yo! Feldspar, my man! He was actually going to town, I guess. Doing all the places. Well, this is nothing as far as I can tell. There is someone 1,000 meters away and getting further away. We'll figure this out. Now they're coming. Oh, I think they're on an island that got lifted up by the giant whirlwind. Yeah, he's got like a flute or something. Now, this kind of looks like a dark bramble seed. Could just be trees, but it does look a bit funky, doesn't it? This place is a misery to walk through, though. And oh god, that hurt me because of the gravity. That's funny. Flute or a jug? It sounded like a jug. Alright, so good on us. We found an island. Let's see what else is here. Fortunately, like, the thrusters on this thing seem to be able to easily clear the planet. Like, we're not gonna get stuck. What the heck? I'm getting whipped around by, like, the atmosphere in the water. I don't see anything of interest here. It's just, that's one of the landers. There you go, there's another island. Aha! I know exactly what this is and where I want it to be. Is this an auto lander? No. I'm gonna land here, though. It might be an auto lander, it just wasn't working for my ship. Doing all the scanning without knowing about the camera modes, says Connie. Is that you? You didn't know about the camera mode when you were playing through the game your first time or something? Or maybe you were watching someone else. They didn't know about the camera mode? This is it. We finished building the final orbital probe cannon module and ready to send it into orbit around Giant Steep. Our next step will be to send Privé up to the orbital cannon to install the probe. Told my friends here at the construction yard my gratitude for your tireless work. I had given up hope, but I truly believe this cannon may actually succeed, for many others have failed. Are you going gelatinous on us, love? I'm delighted by your words, but they're atypical for you. Cassava, if I'm ever half as gooey as Malo and Avens behave together, Daz, you may launch me from the orbital cannon. Daz, if I know my brother, Avens, and his spouse will want to watch the probe with us, with as much power as if I know my brother, Avens, and his spouse will want to watch, sorry. Let me try to get the inflection correct here. If I know my brother, Avens and his spouse will want to launch the probe with as much power as possible. I'm worried the cannon would break under the strain. I propose we give Avens and Malo a slightly lower maximum power setting than their absolute maximum possible to create room for their enthusiasm. Yeah. They did say that up on the top. They're like, knowing my brother, you would probably certainly give me some extra power to work with. Oh, we're not getting across there. Ugh. Sorry for the vomit cam. But we can get across here. People die. And again, this might be from ghost stuff, for all I know. Ow. So here's the orbital cannon. You have the launch control something, and then the probe relay, which has actually fallen to the core of this planet. We have to find it. Control module projection stone. So this is the one that's still above orbit. This is the one that I think is intact. It looks intact. We've already been here, though. I have bad news, Avens. Yarrow says there was a problem with the proposed power source, so the orbital probe cannon won't be asked to fire. Hope you're pulling my locomotive limb here, Cassava. I wish I were, my friend, but no. They aren't certain they can fix the problem, so the orbital probe cannon is on indefinite hiatus. Tell Privé and Malo they should return from the cannon. My spouse and I will remain at the construction yard for now. An update, Malo and I will join you and Daz. Privé left to visit her brother. She fears Idea may feel responsible. Why are there so many of these symbols on the ground? Oh, it's getting really laggy when I pull this bad boy out. Every time I pull it out, it says unknown 950 meters that way. It's like it's trying to pick up on this signal for some reason. Strange. Where are we going? We're going to go to the other side. There's a twister brew. Excuse me. Oh. Well, I didn't know this would happen. It actually launched us into space. Vitals critical. Yeah, I could have told you that. All right. The platform is righting itself now after it got launched into space by a super twister. Okay. I need a campfire and some marshmallows. Brittle Hollow projection stone. I've definitely seen this one before. Giant Steep is giant and deep. Both create lag. Apparently. There's a your mom joke in there somewhere, says Fusha. A jokester after my own heart. Oops, hold on. Brittle Hollow. Literally telling you about the twisters. Long-range probe successfully launched. Yeah, we know. It is very laggy. We're lifting orbital probe cannon parts, and one sank below. We know how it sank below. It sank below. You know, that probably keeps your ship locked in place when it goes up into the air. We know why it got launched below, because of the opposite rotation twister. Whether or not that works, I don't know. But it works in-game. In-universe, it works. I guess if you're just watching this planet randomly, you'll just see islands launch up into the air, which is very funny. Now, I don't know what the, like, circular twister platforms do here. We'll figure it out, maybe. You hear that? That's probably the one on my ship. So we can't jump up there. We have to actually walk up there. But this is probably... Oh, he's right there. It is some sort of a flute. Gabbro. Nice! It's you! Good to see you made it here in one piece. The first solo launch is a doozy, isn't it? So hey, don't freak out or anything, but lately I keep, like, dying repeatedly. I don't know, it's pretty weird. Wait a minute, what? Have you died lately, or is it just me? What? This is a mind-blowing revelation. No, it's me too. We're in a time loop. Time has been behaving unusually lately. Yeah, time loop makes sense. Cool. You're taking this pretty well. Hey, right back at you. Personally, I like new experiences, and I've never been in a time loop before. I mean, I don't think I've been in a time loop before this one. It looks like you and I are the only ones who can tell that time's gone all weird. I tried radioing Hornfells and asking if they died too, but they thought I was being metaphorical. Even if I tell Hornfells about the time loop, they never remember by the next one. They don't realize anything's different. Here's another weird one for you. Every time I die, all of my memories from that loop replay back to me. I'm pretty sure that's related to this big stone Nomai statue I found on one of the other islands. I was looking at it, and the statue opened its eyes and started glowing. Replayed my memories like I'd seen them through my own eyes, just like what happens each time I die. That happened to me with the statue at the museum. You too, huh? Then the Nomai statues must have something to do with why we're the only ones aware of the time loop. So no glowing statue, no time loop awareness. I think that's going to be my leading theory, but if you find out anything new about the statues or the time loop, let me know. I'll be here. That's what's new with me, but hey, this is your first solo voyage. Kind of. Let's talk about you, you know. What? Okay, so this means that the statue that triggered this thing, there's more of them, so there could be more people in the time loop, even more than just the two of us. And he's completely aware of it. But how long ago did this happen? Did this happen 22 minutes ago? Or did he get hit by the first statue a month ago? He could only go back 22 minutes, though. So he's been stuck in the time loop for 22 minutes. What are you doing out here? What are any of us doing here, really? No, I'm just kidding. I'm out here exploring our solar system, same as you, but I tell you what, outer space really gives you room to think. It's quiet and peaceful. I mean, it's usually quiet and peaceful. Sometimes a cyclone comes by and lifts my little island paradise clean out the water. Then, less peaceful. Where should I explore? At the start of every time loop, I keep seeing a bright flash. Something must have happened up there in orbit around the planet. Yeah. Have you been to Statue Island? I was on the beach and the whole glowing business happened. Well, I'm about to die again. Give me a second, brother. Watch my legs! I like how he lands in his hammock. Have you ever watched a cyclone for so long it started to hypnotize you? I'm telling you, to put you in a trance if you stare at him long enough. How's frustrating you? Where should I explore? I was on the beach. I'll give it a solid 7 out of 10 on the Gabbro relaxation scale. If you feel like checking my Statue Island, it's one of the two connected by a natural rock arc. Well, mostly connected. What's up with this planet? Haha, I know, right? You mean like, tell me more about it? Well, Giant's Deep is massive and mostly water, no surprises there. There's a strong current ways beneath that prevents anything from sinking below. Seriously, I tried everything, and neither idea worked. As for land masses, I counted 4 islands. There's also the one with that Nomai statue. Does that mean there's 5 or 4? You've seen the cyclones, are pretty hard to miss. They toss up everything. Little tip, if you get picked up, try to land in water. It's likely to kill you. Found your ship. Cool. So it's floating in the ocean. Did it look like it was having a good time? I found something. I found what happened to the orbital probe cannon. Whoa, that's the cannon breaking apart at the start of each loop for real? Did you figure out why? Too much power. It's kind of scary how much that sounds like something Slate or Feldspar would do. I'm pretty surprised to know I built something that actually broke. Come to think of it though, broke might be the wrong word because it looks like the orbital probe cannon is still firing successfully at the beginning of each time loop. Told ya! I found your quantum poem. Oh yeah, the one in the woods. I remember writing that. Pretty fun, right? It works out to a good 24 poems. When I'm done exploring, I want to make more quantum art. Maybe some kind of creature sculpture that just like shows up and scares the daylights out of you. That was the poem in the Grove. Okay. So, that's surprising. I wonder... He's just relaxed about the whole thing. Does the time loop start from the time you touch the mask, or is it the same 22 minutes for everyone? I think what happens is that, for gameplay reasons, you begin the game looking up at the moon, and you have to go through the tutorial, you explore the museum, and then the game really starts when you get the key for the first time. Actually, not even... That's moving. Not even when you get the launch codes for the first time. It's when you get the statue zapping you for the first time. I think that's when the time loop starts for you, but it puts you at the campfire for, I don't know, lore reasons. I don't know. It's a good minor question. Gabber's my favorite at this point. He's a good dude. Nah, he's good. You know what? This is what this thing's for. It does not look like there's anything over there, but there is Ghost Cave, which just goes to the other side. Why are there so many ghost caves in very convenient locations, you know? Very, very convenient locations to stop you progressing in one direction. Gabbro, Hornfells, Feldspar, why are the characters named after stones? Because there's not a lot on Hearth to call them. There's a limited number of names you can pick and choose there, right? Okay, so I need to find more islands. Here we go. So that one's moving. This one, on the other hand, this is the teleport to Ash Twins. And this will keep my ship here when it gets launched. Convenient, because otherwise it would get launched. Maybe the devs like rocks, yeah. Okay. Statue Workshop. Well, entrance is broken. This must be Statue Island. Am I remembering some lore correctly that one of the current hurricanes has a landing thing inside it? You're almost there. We're time looping. But we can take a quick look around. It really wants me to launch the scout in here. I don't know what the pads are for. They're going to test the memory statues tonight. Flox says it could be dangerous, so we can't come. But what if we don't use the door and stuck in the other way? Does anyone want to? Flox specifically told us not to do that. I really want to see the test too. Lammy, that's a huge risk to take. We probably shouldn't. Maybe Flox will let us see a test later. These are kids talking. Must be a second entrance into the lab somewhere. I don't know what's up with those plaques. And this could send us back to Ash Twin if it was currently unlocked, but we'll have to do that next loop. Well, we'll probably just come back here if we can find the island again. Kids having a different script is such cool detail, says Connie. It took me a while to realize that. I didn't notice initially. But it's good so that you know who's talking. It's also important because, the Nomai, the ones that crashed were adults. The ones that were kids grew up here. So they did not experience the vessel or any of the original technology from the civilization. There it goes. Man, luckily, when the time loop happens, you keep your memories, because it would be really unfortunate if it broke one loop and reset you. That would be very unfortunate. Just like one random loop, you gotta do it again. Just like, oh, hell. Mother of Zerg, welcome. I love how it gets dark on the Giant's Deep when the sun blows up. It gets very dark everywhere. Music in this game is real good, isn't it? Oh, God! We're okay. We're okay. We just came in at a steep angle. Is that where we were? No, that's not the planet. That is the planet, though. I'm gonna take a quick look around. I want to see if there's just like a passageway somewhere, or an underwater entrance. Excellent. So that's going to be the alternate way in. I should land the ship here. I want to go quickly, but we should really land the ship here. That one's coming. Oh, oh! We're up. Oh, it's a safety shelter. That's what it is. Oh, hell. Okay, we lived. I do need to go up, though. Okay, we made it. Can't wait for Abe to explore Dark Bramble. That's after this location. Okay, so those are tornado panic rooms. Excellent, excellent. Now we know. So if you hear the tornado approaching, jump into a panic room. Can't wait for Abe to play the DLC. I mean, I will. 100%, 100%. Okay, so there's a panic room there. Alternate way around. This is some sort of chamber. Unless, like, you warp down by jumping in this thing, but that doesn't make any sense. Also, I don't think there's anything else here. It's just this. Yeah, okay, so we'll jump in. And we want to go down. It sounds real weird. under the surface. Open the door. Thank you. Couple of statues. Seems to make sense. Yoro, would you kindly step back so Daz is closest to the statue? When pairing, the statue will choose whoever is in the closest proximity. See how its eyes have opened? That tells us the statue is paired with Daz. Now, no matter where he is in the star system, Daz's statue will record his memories and send them to the Ash Twin Project. This is extraordinary sculpting work, Phlox. He has outdone himself again, hasn't he? And now that we have our first successful pairing, we can test my memory storage prototype. Each statue will send a single Nomai's memories to his or her own storage unit within Ash Twin. Each storage unit will be equipped with a mask, the statue's counterpart, which will be able to send those stored memories back to the corresponding Nomai. Indeed, they have created a system to enable the statue to lock onto somebody, send their memories back to the Ash Twin Project, send the memories back 22 minutes. Rinse and repeat. How interesting. I've installed the masks inside the Ash Twin Project Phlox. They look beautiful, although I do feel as though I'm being observed. It's comforting to know the statues will not pair until the project succeeds. Otherwise, I imagine the experience would be hard to endure. Ideally, they'll only need to activate once the project succeeds as a safety measure. However, the statues will also activate in the event of equipment failure. They will? Why is that? If anything goes wrong with the Ash Twin Project, the statues and their masks will make us aware of the situation and enable us to fix it. Otherwise, it would be possible for us to remain permanently unaware of the problem. Hadn't thought of that. What a profoundly horrific fate that would be. So it could be we're not in a success state, we're in a fail state right now. Why are they dead? Because they died? Yep. Oh, wait a minute. So this is the room where the memories get sent up into the hole, which is apparently that, it looks like. But wait a minute, there are 3 statues active. Does that mean it's me, Gabbro, and a third person currently active? There's so few statues, but you know, maybe it's only needed for a few specific people. And maybe there's another person somewhere in the world who actually is aware of the loop. Maybe a Nomai, or maybe not. If it was a Nomai, you think that they would be a little bit more adept at fixing it. But perhaps they're not in a position where they're able to do that. How interesting. I think we're actually done with this little location here. This projection stone was so spooky when I found it very early on in the game, says Bernadette. Oh yes, you can find it on Hearth, the same projection stone. You can find it in the Mayans. I was really scared when I saw that early. It was the first projection stone I ever saw. Put it in, there's a scary mask looking at you. What the hell? All right. So I think we visited all the islands. Let's do a quick review. And we also need to find the correct twister, because most of these twisters spin in one direction, clockwise. This twister, on the other hand, spins anti-clockwise, which means in we go. Oops, hold on. Screwed up. Overshot it. I guess I can probably just fly right into it, huh? Here we go. Huh. Well, that seems like it wants to electrocute me. I wonder. Is it because of the ship? Maybe not, maybe not, maybe not, maybe not, maybe not. Maybe you just go in. What's the worst that can happen? Exit ship to repair electrical damage. Ah, hell. It probably would be fine with us then. Let's try. Connie says one of the playthroughs I watched randomly chose the exact right cyclone the first time I watched. That's gonna happen. Interesting. It still works. I wonder. Go get it. No, that's not how it works. At least Abe has to finally fix the ship. Oh yeah, cool jellyfish. Maybe if we're low enough, we can find an opening. There are cool jellyfish. Are you gonna hurt me? Ow! Yes. All right, let's go heal. We're under the surface, so we've passed by the layer of the current, but now we have to find a way to get in. But there's like an electrical shell around the core. Let's explore the outside first. As long as we're still low enough to get to it. Yeah, okay. Let's explore. That jellyfish was not nice. No, he wasn't the nicest. I mean, that's just a big island. Let's try it again. What island is this? Oh, it's another island we hadn't been to. I was wondering because it looked big. It looked like a big island. What the hell? Oh, I'm in the eye of the mega hurricane. What the hell? Huh. Well, that's a symbol of the quantum moon, I believe. Also, it sounds like there's something here. In the water, like there's a growling. Connie says the discovery in this game. Look, it is a good game. Found the eye. Oops, wrong eye. Yeah, I think that's a symbol of the quantum moon. But I don't know what it means. Oh, you know what? This is also the North Pole, which is, I think, the giant hurricane. I was thinking about flying into the giant hurricane anyway, so that we randomly found this place is just convenient. Be welcomed in this place the tower shares with all who ask the knowledge needed to make his or her first quantum journey. Right, this is where you learn about the third quantum rule. We will learn about it properly instead of, you know, randomly find it through experimentation. Enter this enter this place without friends. However, these are lessons to learn for yourself. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, you probably jump in. Thank you. Yes, quantum room. Seek the wandering arch. Okay. You probably mean this one. AKA, don't look away from it once you look at it. We go down to the next floor. Understood. You! Island shard. We have all of them, I think, now. All right. Observing a quantum object, observing an image of the quantum object, these are the same. Observing an image of the quantum object, these are the same. So it doesn't have to have a live feed, it can be a snapshot. That's the rule. Okay. So anything that moves, even if you have an image of it, it locks it in place and prevents it from moving. That's why this is all about this. Teaching you that if you are watching an object through the camera, even if it's not a live feed, it still does its job. The arch and the crystal do not naturally meet. They say naturally. But do they mean naturally, naturally, or naturally, naturally? I wonder if I could just do this, though. Nah, you've got to force it. So. Oh, I see. If you put it down, you're not looking at an image of it anymore, are you? Now I'm looking at an image of it. Oh no, hold on. You can just go up. Make sure you're looking at it. And then you could just do this a few times, potentially. I mean, if I'm watching the crystal in the camera, that prevents it from moving, right? Maybe you do something like this instead. So it's like, keep an eye on the crystal. And then you can, well, but it's gonna move as soon as I walk up this. But maybe we can do like this. There you go. Weird, but I feel like that wasn't the right way of doing it. Hello, you keep following me around. Would have installed a camera on the crystal. Good point, because you can put the camera on some objects. In which case the camera will itself, the scouter will itself move. You just can't put the scout on, I'm realizing now, you can't put the scout on the rock face, but if there's something built on it, you can. This is the last one, but we made it harder. Yeah, okay, I gotcha. So we'll walk up. Walk up. Walk up. Ugh. Ugh. Okay. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do. Okay. Right, hold on. Put this down. Okay, good enough. We're gonna look at it. Put it away. And then this is much better. So it's there, walk backwards, turn it off. I'm looking at that one. We gotta look from the side. There you go. Walk backwards. Much better. Okay. That's pretty cool. And this just sends you down. We offer you congratulations, you've learned the rule of quantum imaging. Take this knowledge with you on the remainder of your quantum pilgrimage. Remember, the other quantum shards have other lessons to teach. Our curiosity goes with you on your journey. You walk in the footsteps of those who came before you, and your path guides those who will follow later. Quantum Moon. Okay. So we found the rule, and just to show you. Oh, the scout does land on this. I thought I've tried it before and it never landed on it. I guess it works now. We've solved it. The power of quantum imaging. Well, you know what I love about this game? I went into this thinking that we would be getting upgrades like grappling hook and a higher jetpack. No, this game is all about, we're out of time. This game is all about just learning. It's just about the knowledge that you accumulate over the course of playing it. If you're paying attention and reading the lore, if you're keeping an open mind, you're experimenting with some of the mechanics that you come across, you can solve some of the problems yourself. Or you can go to the locations in the game and learn directly about what's going on and about what you need to know in order to progress. It's such a lovely experience if you love learning and you love figuring things out. It's fantastic. That's the mega hurricane. While we have a moment, I want to check out the south side. It's all knowledge gates, yeah, which makes, admittedly, it makes a subsequent playthrough hard, but that is why you have people like me who are still, you know, they've never played it before, and now's the time to jump into the game for the first time ever. Here we are. Ugh. Interesting. You've got to go in through the top. You can't go in through the side of the mega hurricane.